Done a lot of modifications to my 10 Gen F-150. I've done a lot of things outside the engine, nothing inside the engine, and everything has been done to improve the performance and fuel economy. Well, one of the modifications that's my favorite but most problematic is the electric fan kit conversion from the clutch fan to the electric fan kit. And I got this kit from Lightning Force Performance. It's not cheap. It's something north of $400. It comes with a major wiring harness and a original Ford electric fan. It pulls a lot of amps. Well, I've gotten 2 wiring harnesses from them. The second one was on warranty, and they both have the same problem. It seems that there's too much current being pulled through the relays, melting the sockets, and causing failure, which can leave you stranded or with an overheated and damaged engine. And I've been dealing with this for quite a long time, where I keep spare Zettler relays in my truck just to make sure that I have a repair in case something happens. Well, I've decided to finally do something permanent about this, and I found out that on Amazon they sell True Mods. I bought these myself. I'm not being sponsored. But what it is, it's a package of 5 70 amp relays. So this is more than enough to, and it includes these sockets. So it's more than enough to support this high amperage fan that I've got on the truck now and keep me from getting in trouble in the future. It's a 5-pin relay similar to what's in the harness that I got with the kit. And I'm going to go ahead and splice these in with the heavy duty wiring that comes with it. And I'm going to cut my old ones off, put these in, solder them in, and we're going to see how this holds up. So hopefully this becomes a permanent fix. It makes the system much more robust, and I don't ever have to worry about getting stuck in hot weather with a failing relay and an overheating engine. Make sure you stay till the end, because I uncovered a very important detail in the Lightning Force Performance harness that you need to be aware of if you're going to take on this project. So here's my heavily modified ancient truck, 276,000 miles on it. There is the electric cooling fan, and here's the wiring harness. This goes around to the fan, and these are the 2 relays getting power from the starter solenoid. This is the manual switch, and the 2 wires go across the manual switch going into the cab, and then over at the fuse box right there is where the HVAC activation is. So I'm going to cut these off and replace with the new ones that were in that box. First thing I did was remove the ground, and now I've got the ground off the wiring harness removed from the firewall. I've got the positive off of the starter solenoid, and here you can get a good look at the burnout relay sockets. The relays themselves, that's damaged, you can see. And this one's not so bad, but they're both in pretty rough shape. So again, why I'm replacing these. The nice thing about this kit is that the markings on the contacts are identical. So I just have to transfer over wire by wire exactly as they are over there, which means that the wiring's not in a different order on the relay, if that makes sense. Swapped everything over. I didn't really think it was necessary to show you how to do each butt splice. That's what I used, was butt splices instead of using solder. It was just too difficult to get the solder in there. Also, as I looked at these, it turns out these are not waterproof. So I actually used shoe goo. I'll link this in the description below, but I use this on my shoes and a lot of other things, vinyl repair. And I use shoe goo to enclose those contacts down there to make sure that they're waterproof. Unfortunately, there's no seal here where the relay hits the socket, so I left it open so it could dry out if there's any moisture in there instead of trying to seal it partially. Battery's connected, and now the first test to see if the auxiliary fan switch works, which it should, even if the key is off. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And you should be able to hear that, but that light that I hooked up, I'll link a video about that, indicates that the fan is running. So that's good news. The last step is to start the vehicle up and see if it turns on with air conditioning. And of course, when the engine gets hot enough that the thermostat, the negative thermostat, sends a signal to the relays and turns on the fans. Before I close out this video, I want to point out a mistake I made not knowing it until I drove the vehicle. And what happened was, as the vehicle heated up, it backfed into the HVAC relay over there and caused the relay to activate the compressor, and I couldn't turn off the air conditioning while the engine was at full operating temperature. So what I found out is that Lightning Force Performance put a diode right here. This is a diode that was spliced in, so this ground, this is the wire that goes to the temperature sensor. When that closes, because the engine's gotten up to temperature, it's backfeeding the ground to this wire here, which goes to the HVAC relay, activating the HVAC. So I smashed this. I crushed it when I was trying to splice everything in. I didn't know what that was because it's covered with heat shrink, and I'm going to have to replace it. I just ordered one. If you do this, I'll link it in the description of the video. But make sure you do not crush this diode right here, or you're going to have the same problem I've got.